Hello. Welcome back. Wait, where's my... Oh my god, where's my game? The game is not here. Oh, there it is. All right. Hello. Welcome back. Today we're back with more Paranormasight. And from the last time I remember, we are gonna be sorting things out with Ario and what was his name again? Tsutsumi. It's only been a week and I already forgot his name. I'm so sorry. Tsutsumi. Anyway, I was supposed to stream this like yesterday, I think. But I got like free concert tickets like by doing groceries somehow. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'll be going to a concert instead for free. But anyways, um yes. Let me try to recap what just happened in this game just so we can get back into the flow of things. Chelsea, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right, so I think previously, for anyone who missed the last stream mayhaps, or perhaps even the rest of this game, basically we're exploring three protagonist routes right now. And right now, oh yeah, okay, so Tsutsumi got threatened by someone. The serial killer that he put to jail is basically gonna try to kill everyone. Yako is trying to solve the mystery of her one of her old high school friends' death, and she's trying to resurrect her dead son, which I actually have no idea what happened to her. Seems like there's a large gap in between here, which is odd. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get right into it. So here's a summary of previous events. Hajime Yoshimi's death, Nejima's threat of mass murder, the problem just pile up, putting the detective's goal of collecting all the curse stones in jeopardy. Tatsumi leaves Ario to handle the investigation while he catches a quick break. Interesting. So he leaves. Your model really cute and your voice too. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you like me basically. Thank you. All right, Kinchibori Park. We are back. Apparently we're gonna tell Ario to go away, which is interesting. Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information. Took you long enough. All right, Ario, what are we thinking? Forensics has finished their investigation and the body's been carried away. That said, we're still closing the park to the public, at least for the time being. This place was really giving me the creeps last night, but it looks pretty normal now with the sun out. Uh-huh. He's been up all night gathering information. Must be nice to be young and have that kind of energy, but I'm glad to have him on my side. It gave me a chance to rest up. Oh. Oh, so Tatsumi basically like took a nap while he was still working. Man, Ariel, I don't even know how you do it because even though I'm kind of young, like I need to take naps every day now. All right, let's give it a little think. Let's see what Tatsumi is thinking. Well, we've got ourselves quite the mess. Strange deaths popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need to keep looking into Yoshimi and Nejima. For now, we'd better start following up on the few leads we've got. Guess I'd better see what Ario's found out. Alright, let us see what you found out, sir. What have you been doing up all night? Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks. The floor is yours. Alright, I guess let's go with the serial killings. Evening, Aspo and Georgie. Hello, good evening, Phantom Thief. You have entered the right time. We are just about to start this chapter with Tsutsumi, and we're trying to figure out what Ario is gonna give us. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in this park. So let's start with that one. The young man we found here. Alright, what do you guys know about him, actually? He's been identified as Shogo Okie, 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to water in the lungs. He drowned. Oh? This is new info. I think we can figure out who killed him now. Right? I think one of the curses is related to water. But which one? Which one is... Maybe the one with the sewer? There was one about the sewer or something, right? Where is that? Is it the Fool's Procession? No. No, this is the one that that he supposedly had. Huh. Is it the one-sided read? Yeah, this one. This one could be it, right? Let me see. Brought a dagger to a canal near bridge and attacked Okuma. He cut the arm and leg of... Oh, maybe not this. I don't know. We know how he died. Now, at the very least. He drowned in the middle of the park? That's not possible. It's gotta be a curse we're dealing with here. About that, boss, isn't this park associated with one of those 7 mysteries too? Yeah, the Whispering Canal. That's right, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there'd be a link between a canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Ario. You're starting to get the hang of this. So, let's assume they're related. What's next? Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamizawa. The victim has been identified as Tawako Hayashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. As for the cause of death, well... yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong and external force. No murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on? Oh, she was stepped on, eh? The foot washing mansion? Right? I think it's the foot washing. Oh my god! That means that... who's his name? Yutaro killed someone. Exactly. Crushing is a foot washing mansion's modus operandi. The place the body was discovered is also known to be related to the 7 mysteries. Then is this Namigaki's doing? Shit. I knew he'd used it. Judging by the amount of soul dregs, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to Paranormal Affairs. Got it. And as for the 3rd victim... Damn, Yutaro actually got... I know, right? I can't believe he killed a random person. My man's gonna go to jail. He was identified as Kohei Jonochi, 32, a teacher at Komagata High. He was found in the school's courtyard. Cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of the courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. A teacher dying at school. Not just any school. Komagata House is one of the 7 mysteries. Wait, what does she have again? What does Yako have? I completely forgot what she had. Let me check. I need to make sure. Was it the Fool's Procession? I think it was this one. Kills by Fatal Fall. Yeah. Right, it's where the Fool's Procession is supposed to be. It's too big of a coincidence. We can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse. Interesting. Wait a minute. If we're assuming... Let's go back to Shogo's death, right? If we're assuming that he got killed by the Whispering Canal, kills by drowning. What? That would mean... Then who has it now? It would either be Yoko who killed him? Is that even possible? I'm assuming it's Yoko or... What was his name? Where is he? This guy. Because he was there at that time. So it's possible that he got it instead. I see. Either way, it seems all three victims can be tied to the 7 mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling the strings. But you've got a point. All these strange deaths do point in one direction. One direction? Anyway. That's right. And Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died of mysterious causes in a place connected to the 7 mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. But the thing is... Maybe it didn't need to be activated somehow? Because if you think about it, Michio died in a strange death as well. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the 7 mysteries? That's just a thought, but if that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. There aren't many people in this day and age who could do something like that. Oh really? I see. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. Alright. Anything more you know, Mr. Ario? Well, looking at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers acted last night. Well, we can't rule out that there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Yikes, I hadn't thought of that. But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems that the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. Oh, that's great news. So basically we're safe during the daytime? Exactly. It's also likely why Nejima gave us till dusk. He must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we got till nightfall to settle this. It's time you flushed out the other curse bearers. Aye aye, boss. Let's do this. Okay. So, curse bearers? Do you know anything about any of them? At the moment, we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaro Namigaki had the foot-washing mansion, and Hideki Araishi had the ever-burning lantern. We've got both of the curse stones. And then there's Nejima, who claims he has the one-sided reed. Yeah, that about sums it up. Alright. Oh, okay, awesome. Now we know who has who, at the very least. Yeah, the Whispering Canal, we suddenly don't know who has it. Which... I'm kind of scared who has this one. Alright, so far we know Yako, Harue, and Tetsuo Tsutsumi has these. So we're only missing 3 more people, apparently. Interesting. We'd better figure out who the remaining 5 are quick. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to the other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if you don't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I've got a feeling there's some connection there. Aye aye, boss. Sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, what about Yoshimi? I asked around Sumida's community safety bureau where Yoshimi was stationed. It seems like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi. Ah, yeah, I heard about that. He was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide. Looking to the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds, all that. He must have suspected some kind of foul play, because he ordered a full investigation. But it had already been deemed a suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. Huh. What was the evidence? Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building, a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide. But he thought there was more to it? Yes. A truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. So there's a chance that it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. This is turning into quite the grisly case. Huh. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly. So I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. So we've got no proof. That said, if it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide, it's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. That's true. You think the driver is the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to forensics and traffic bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shiraishi's address. Yoshimi went there a bunch over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully they'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Interesting. Now they think it might have been a hit and run. Mayhaps? Could that really be it? Huh. That could definitely be a case. My guess is Michio... You know, the tough part about this is that I think Michio is somehow related to the kidnapping of, what's his name? This little boy, right? That's what I think. And I think the reason why she died could be related to this case. It's because she knows something and someone killed her. Or she was there at the wrong place, wrong time kind of thing, maybe. Interesting. Remember that girl, the girl Yoshimi met with the day he died? One Hitomi Okuda? Community safety didn't have any contact information for her on hand. Not even an address? Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now. But she could be a key witness. Can we have Community Safety track her down for us? We can ask, but it might be tricky to get it done today. For starters, Kamagata High School is closed today. Yeah, because of the teacher that died? That's right. Alright, but if it's not something we can do today, we may have to forget about it. Let's move on then. Alright, interesting. Anything else? Oh, we do have something more. I got some information about Yoshimi's fiance from Community Safety. Her name is Mayu Chizawa, 27 years old. She works as a beautician in the area. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But... oh boy, here it comes. But what? Community Safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response. Dead silence. There it is. Can't things just be easy for once? Alright, we have a picture of her. Oh my goodness! She looks awesome. Hello? Harry's really been putting in that work. I know, right? He has so much info right now for us. Now we have another person of interest who could potentially have a curse echo. Interesting. And if she does have one, she's probably gonna be trying to revive her husband, right? Interesting. It's definitely starting to look suspect. A crime of passion, perhaps? It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse, but Yoshimi was well liked, and they'd been together for over 10 years. You never know. Things could be different behind the closed doors. I guess so. But we'll have to consider the opposite scenario too. It could be that the same person who was out for Yoshimi is after his fiancée as well. She could be in danger. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. Well, I hope she's not dead. Please. Anyway, about this motherfucker, Fumichika Nejima. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima, but so far we haven't received any word. Guessing he wasn't at home or at work? About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago. You serious? So we have no idea where he lives? Gets worse. I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Hold on a second. You're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. He also said he'd lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place. Jeez, that's just sloppy. Sloppy jalopy. I've heard that they're giving parole to just about anyone these days because they're running out of room in the prisons. Which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked. So Nejima got the fuck about unsupervised. God damn it. That asshole is annoyingly good at faking remorse. Or insanity. Whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That'd explain why he so brazenly made contact. That asshole, he's mocking us. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. That's gonna take way too long. We only have until dusk. Oh my. Holy Mayu's a beauty, I know, right? I have to say, I have to agree. I just wonder how she relates to this story. Because I don't think they would put someone's portrait here if they weren't any important, right? Speaking of Nejima, yeah, did you manage to reach your daughter? It'd be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to the house either. That's not good. Does that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright. Damn, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency and that we'd send an officer to find her and get her to safety. She was real reluctant, but I got her to agree. I guess that explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Nejima do it? Former, eh? That cuts deep. Yikes, sorry. Just kinda slipped out. Anyway, I suspect it has something to do with his curse echo. Back on topic already, huh? He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. I see. The one-sided read. What was that story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up? Oh, right. One of the more gruesome of the 7 mysteries. Alright, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about the 7 mystery? Oh, they're not gonna talk about it? They're not gonna give us a theory? Come on. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it till we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently to see if they've got any updates. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation? We could go to Komagata High School to look into Hitomi Okuda, or to Michio Shiraishi's house to find out more about her. Huh. Well, now we have a choice. Interesting. Or... oh, never mind. Okay, we're back. Cue the investigation music? I know, right? I like that. We're back on track, boss. I gotta love the pair. I think I like their dynamic a lot. I don't know. Something about them. It's very interesting. Sorry, I just had to drink some water. Anyway, we can go back to our boy Richter. It's been a while actually. Let's go check out what Richter's been cooking. Because he's been like, look at this. Harue has been absent for 2 whole scenes. Which is interesting. Hold on. Let me just check something real quick. Oopsies. Sorry about this, everybody. Alright. Let me check something real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so... yeah. Richter has been gone for like 2 whole... like, I don't know how many hours this is, but I'm assuming 2 hours. So let's see what he's been cooking. Summary of previous events. Throughout the night, Richter continues to gather information about the curse stones, while Harue lies awake until dawn, preoccupied by the prospect of bringing her lost child back to life. I think something very odd happened though to her, because there was this weird thing about going into her house the last time we saw her. I wonder what happened. I really want to know. Good morning. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot what kind of voice I can give this guy. Good morning, ma'am. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I hope we can make good progress today. How's your curse stone looking? I haven't felt anything from it since sunrise. Interesting. It's possible that its powers can only be unleashed at night then. That aside, why are you so late this morning? There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did get some research done in what limited time I had. Very well, let's talk. Alright. We did miss Mr. MJ. What has he been cooking? This is the old mansion where I was born and raised. Alright. Let's think. We may be surrounded by curses and death, but it matters little. My only concern is whether I can see my child again. Alright. He's looking a bit tired. He must have been up all night investigating. Oh, okay. Everyone's pretty tired now, huh? And by the way, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. And what's that? Our current plan is to steal a curse stone that's already absorbed soul dregs, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with the curse bearer and have them use the right for our purposes? Oh? I mean, I suppose that would accomplish the same, but do you think it's possible? So long as we offer compensation, it may prove much easier than you'd expect. Compensation. Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as the Shigimas, would it? Of course. Why, any amount would be fine if it'd get the job done. I won't let monetary matters lead me to regrets the way it did back when with the ransom. Okay, with the option on the table, let's figure out our strategy. Interesting. But who would have that much soul dregs? I wouldn't really know. Alright, what did you found out, mister? Maybe he has more information about the curse bearers we don't know yet. Do you have a curse bearer with whom we can negotiate in mind? Not yet. Surprisingly, it seems the other curse bearers haven't been that proactive about collecting soul dregs. Did you see the news this morning? No, I haven't. Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in this area. They've yet to announce the identities of the bodies found, but they've been nicknamed the Honjo serial killings. It's garnered quite some attention on the streets. Oh my. Only 3? Oh my goodness, she wants a bloodbath. That's what I thought. Even if the victims were curse bearers, just 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough soul drags. And for what those curse stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seems a little on the low side. With this little activity all through the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch. What's holding them back? Are we not all after the power of resurrection? There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't seem like anyone has gathered enough soul dregs yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them into action. And then we offer them the deal. Interesting. I know, right? Only 3? Hello? Our boy Shogo died. And that's pretty much it for anyone who we care about. About the curse bearers. Alright, anything new? None of the curse bearers seem very proactive. I wonder if this situation could be what the mastermind who kicked it all off intended. Now, that's an interesting theory. You think there's someone behind this all? You mentioned hearing an agonized voice telling you to kill when you first obtained the curse stone. It doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. Someone agitated the curses in this area on purpose, and they are likely after the right of resurrection as well. So you're thinking this person is not one of the curse bearers? You've got a sharp mind, ma'am. Thought it might seem obvious for the mastermind to become a curse bearer and collect soul dregs if they were after their right. This would be very risky since, as a curse bearer, they themselves would become a target. So it'd actually be more convenient for them if the curse bearers moved less aggressively. That's right. But despite that, they've been inciting the curse bearers to commit murders. Why? Let's consider this. What if the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul dregs themselves? You mean their intention was also to steal the souls while the other curse bearers compete with each other from the start? Sitting back and observing from the sidelines is the safer course of action, of course. Which is why I figured it best for us to attempt the same strategy. So, how should we do it? There's still reason to suspect the mastermind could be a curse bearer themselves. To be honest, I want to keep my distance from whoever it is. There's no telling what kind of power they might possess. Whether our aim is to negotiate or steal, we'll have to outpace the mastermind in making contact with the other curse bearers. How do you suppose we do so? At this point, all we can do is search. Huh. Oh wait, sorry about that. So, any other info that you may know, Mr. Richter? If there's a mastermind inciting the curse bearers to collect soul dregs, can we be sure there even is a rite of resurrection? Good question. The rite could be nothing but a myth fabricated to spur the curse bearers into action. Seeing it might be for naught, do you want to give up, ma'am? Huh. Interesting that he suggested that to her. Never. Understood. After all, we'll never know the truth unless we see it for ourselves. But we'll do it without using the curses ourselves. Alright, smart move, Mr. Richter. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night. I did some investigating into all of them. Okay, here we go. What did we find out, Mr. Richter? But I only managed to get detailed information on 2. You're quick. I suppose that's to be expected from an investigator extraordinaire. I appreciate the flattery. Why is he doing a JoJo pose? Hello? Little did you know, miss. I have a stand. He's definitely a stand user. That's the only reason. That's the only way he could survive through this. First, there's Ayame Tono, the girl we talked to before, though she isn't a curse bearer herself. She's a student attending T University of Art. Tokyo, okay. Tokyo University of Art. She currently lives alone in an apartment near Midoricha Park. Wait a minute. No, wait. For a second there, I was like, does this confirm that she's Tatsumi's daughter? Huh. Richter needs no curses when he's got a stand. I know, right? He's just gonna fucking beat you up. You even determine her address? You're not one to be underestimated, Mr. Investigator Extraordinaire. I called every single university within Ukiyo-e, with Ukiyo-e in the curriculum pretending to be her parent. I went around to check on her place on the way here. Doesn't seem like she returned home last night. I'm worried she might have run into some trouble. Didn't you attempt to follow her last night? I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She shook me. I couldn't keep track of her. And here I thought you were an investigator extraordinaire. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She's planning to steal the curse stones, just like us. It's best we act carefully around her. Interesting. So I wonder if she already has one, is my question. Love his weird hat. I love his weird hat. I think I love his outfit the most in this game. Just how much it stands out. Like he has this little huge belt. And like this like unbuttoned shirt with his like bare chest and everything. I don't know. He does have like a swagger to him. Next is a tall man who is dressed in black. Oh, this is what's his name? Tall man dressed in black. Takumi. Yeah, he has to be one. He has to be a curse bearer too, I think. I met him near Kinshicho. He stood out with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information from him. Impressive. What can I say? He works as the secretary to Hihaku Soap's chairwoman. I believe his name is Takumi Yumioka. The Hihaku Soap's headquarters and factories are both located in Honjo, correct? Yes. They've been here for a while, but it's only in the past 10 years that the company has shown significant growth. I remember seeing the chairwoman on the news a few years back. She seems to be very shrewd. With the increase in sales, I assume she'd want her factories running at full capacity. But with the harsh restrictions against industrial waste, a lot of the factories with older equipment had to be shut down. That's right. Even 10 years ago, there were many complaints about chemical plants dumping waste into the river. Most companies back then were more concerned with making a profit than protecting the environment. I mean, up till now, they're still kind of like that, unfortunately. Oh man, 70s? It's been like what? Oh my, 50 years? Jesus. Anyway. I wonder what a man working for such a company would have been up to in the middle of the night. Yeah, I wonder what his goals are. It's very odd. He claimed to have worked for like another superstitious person, right? Like, from what I remember, he said he was working for someone who knew about curses and stuff like that, which is very interesting. On the way here, I stopped by the company's headquarters, but they hadn't started for the day. I should have better luck later. Let's hope you will. Perhaps they're interested in seeing if the rite would be beneficial for their product research into beauty and skincare? I don't think so. I feel like we've barely seen this guy. Yeah. I mean, on the first roundabout, we just straight up killed him. Unfortunately. Yeah, but you're right. In this timeline, he has not showed up at all. That juicy lips he got? I know, right? You have to see Ario's juicy lips. He hasn't done it yet. Everyone in this game has juicy lips. I swear to God. Ha! Now that's an interesting thought. Alright. The lips, dude. The lips in this game. I love them. I love the artist. Whoever drew all of these characters. I kind of want to follow them now if they have like a Twitter account or something. I ran into one more suspicious young man last night. Oh? This one seemed to be out collecting soul dregs, right? Indeed. I couldn't get a good look at him though. I couldn't gather enough intel to properly identify him. Oh, that's a teacher, that motherfucker. Well, that's a shame. But I can make an educated guess. Oh? You know that researcher who discovered the ancient text on the Rite of Resurrection? The one that lives near here? His name is Hideki Araishi, and the man I met was very similar in stature. Oh my, even he is involved? How awfully suspect. Considering his background, couldn't he be the one who initiated the whole affair? I think it's possible, yes. Which is why I decided to refrain from making contact with him for the time being. Safety first. Understandable. Of course, I want to learn more, but this isn't the right time to focus on him. Sir, you want to learn more about everyone, but who have you been wanting to learn more of? Like, who have you been actually learning then? If you had the chance. I prefer to ascertain who I prefer to ascertain who else is a curse bearer. First, I'll return to Heihaku Soaps to see that man in black. Their headquarters are down on South Warigasui Street. Alright. I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. It concerns the serial killings. There was a body found at Komagata High School. The person was identified as a school teacher. His name was Kohei Junochi. Do you think he was a curse bearer? Not sure. It's possible. But regardless, this means that 2 people who knew the truth about the kidnapping are both dead. Just when we were getting somewhere. It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. Still, we don't know anything about Michio Shiraishi's residence. It'd be wise to pay it a visit. Oh my god, hello? If they visited at the same time, they would be meeting the other detectives then. The character artist is actually Gen Kobayashi, the same character designer for The World Ends With You and Kingdom Hearts. Oh, really? I would have never suspected that, since his designs are usually more, like from those games, they're a lot more, you know, like popping out and less naturalistic. So this is a very interesting, like take on his style. Yeah, this looks nothing like his style, yeah. It's very interesting. Understood. About the serial killings. In addition to the 3 victims associated with the Honjo serial killings. Oh, there's more than 3? Oh, really? Good skill painting. Yeah, I know, right? Like I don't know, there's something appealing about the art style that he did here. There's Michio Shiraishi, who reportedly committed suicide, and the police officer who died at the former Yasuda Gardens. If strange deaths continue occurring like so, they're bound to inspire strange rumors. But those last 2 have nothing to do with the 7 mysteries, no? It's true. Both occurred a week before this accursed situation began. Yeah, but they both died at the same week, which is odd. Still, it cannot be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved even with those killings. How? What if there were preliminary steps to awakening the 7 mysteries' curses? Can we really assume they're unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is so baffling that it'd be easier if it were connected to these curses. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easily. You seem to know a lot about this. I suppose we weren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one too. I see. If you were to investigate this matter more, you might get a lead on the mastermind. You're right. If you wish to focus on the mastermind's identity, this would be a fine starting point. Oh, hello, Choco BB. Is that how I pronounce your name? This almost looks like 3D. The game? Yeah, the game is amazingly, like, you can like look around, and as a visual novel, like, oh, that's how you pronounce it? Alright, noted on that. Hello, welcome. But yeah, as a visual novel, being able to look around the surroundings, I think is like a game changer. Like, if all visual novel don't know the I'm sorry about that. Catching my tongue here. But yeah, if all visual novels like had like this, like kind of like you can look around and stuff, I would love that. Alright, anything more, Mr. Richter? We might even discover more deaths related to the curses on the way. We should pay attention to the news today. I mean, to today's news. Well, that's all I have to report. Shall we continue with our investigation? What do you want to do? If you still can't use the curse stone, taking a walk should be a fine place to start. Right. Let's go together. I want to see what's going on for myself. In that case, I'll trust you to decide on where we should go, ma'am. I didn't know it could move 360. Yeah. The first time like I experienced this in the prologue, I was like, what? That's also true, but I meant the blue and red lines. The blue and red lines? Looks like you could just wear 3D glasses. Huh? Are there blue and red lines? I'm confused. You can spot characters peeping on you? Yeah, okay. Honestly, yeah, like as a horror, like having horror elements to this mystery, like being able to look around and then you see something like fucking horrifying in the corner. I kind of hate those moments, but I think it's really good game design. Blue and red lines on the characters' outlines. Oh, I did not notice that. I think it's because actually, let me. Oh, I can't go to the story chart, but yeah, the blue and red lines are like this. Is like a filter because we're like viewing it from a really old television, like as you can see from the menu, which is very interesting. Actually, I kind of like that. All right, let's move around, I guess. I wonder if we'll meet up with the detectives if we go to the park right now. Let's check it out. Let's see. Oh wait, no, they were at the park, but I think they just left, right? We're here. This is Midoricha Park. Ayame Tono lives around here. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking again. Oh. Oh, whoa. Okay. Interesting. I can't look around too much in this one. Let's think. It seems picking up Ayame's trail is out of the question for now. Why did we even come here? Oh, okay. It's always heartwarming to see children playing in the park. Richter seems to like kids. Perhaps because they're on the same wavelength? That is, are you trying to say he's childish or he has like a childlike nature? We won't get much done standing around here. Why don't I go and check out Ayame's apartment? You don't mean to speak with her, do you? No, I'd prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I'd like to see whether she's been home or not, just to potentially get a trace on her movements. Then, be my guest. Okay, I shouldn't be long. But if the dev make VR version would be great. It could be a very... I think a VR visual novel sounds like a very novel idea. But I would be down to try it if I had a VR equipment. Richter is a little bit childish, yeah. But I think in a good way, and not necessarily in a bad way, if that makes any sense. So, nothing? I'm afraid so. She still hasn't returned. However, I noticed a few people who seem to be related to the police force keeping watch in the area. Oh? I think he found them. Mr. Richter, did you found the boys? What have the boys been up to? I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do appear to be watching the building it's in. Interesting. You've got a sharp eye to have noticed them despite them being so covert. What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it meant I had to refrain from knocking on her door or looking through her windows. I wasn't able to check her electric meter or mailbox either, unfortunately. Electric meter? Hello? Are you from the electric company? Does the electric meter show if you're using electricity at the place? Oh wait, it does, right? I guess that's a pretty clever way to do it. You're planning to go that far? Yeah. I think she's like getting a little creeped out. Richter, your stalking skills, I think you need to tone it down a little bit. Even though you're a PI. This place is connected with a story of the Taiko of Tsugaru. Not only that, Katsushika Hokusai's home was also in this area. That might be why Ayame chose to live here. Interesting. Huh. Anyway. Okay, I guess we can move now. That's actually surprisingly smart and weird. Yeah. Something only a stalker would know how to do. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's see. South Warigasui Street. I wonder who he's gonna meet. Like, who are we gonna meet? We have to meet somebody, right? If we're walking around. Weird guy with a stalking skill? I mean, he is a private investigator, so I think it warrants, like, it's justified to know how to stalk based on his job, but still, it's a little creepy. The Heihaku Soap's headquarters are on the other side of South Warigasui Street. They were closed when I visited this morning, but it appears things are up and running now. Alright, let's think. So an influential person at Heihaku Soaps is potentially a curse bearer. Richter proposed we use money to negotiate for the curse stones, but we could hardly outbid a large corporation if it came down to it. That is true. He tells me he barely slept last night, and yet he seems to be brimming with energy. Yeah, I wonder what's keeping this guy like with such high energy right now, despite staying up all night. Was IT that resilient at his age? Perhaps it's what sets apart a detective from the rest. Maybe. First, I ran to confirm whether Takumi is the man I ran into last night. Then I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. I'll be better if I go inside the headquarters alone. You should walk around, visit a cafe for some tea perhaps. Alright, sounds good. I do like some tea. Stando Pawa. Alright, I guess I'll be walking around by myself then, which honestly does not sound like a very good idea, but okay. I guess we're going to the high school. Are we gonna meet the detectives here, maybe? Or somebody, the school students, maybe? I wonder. He really looks like a JoJo character, to be honest. Yeah, he really does. Like, not just too long ago in this stream, he was doing like a JoJo pose, and that's when I like, wait a minute, hello, sir, are you a JoJo character right now? He definitely looks like someone from like, I don't know, like part 3 or 2 or something. Here we are at Ground Zero, Kamagata High School. I guess it's logical that the police has got this place shut down. The teacher's body was found here after all. It's as if the school students have nowhere to go now that school's closed. Oh wait, hold on. Let's go back. I think we were supposed to interact with the environment here. Because we didn't get to see his intel on... Yeah, we weren't able to get intel on his thing. Hello? You can see why director and now chairwoman Natsue Yamamori is called the Queen. Heihaku Soaps. Interesting. Oh? She's now a person of interest? Hello? Let's see. Natsue is the former president of Heihaku Soaps, a large chemicals company. Though she retired from her position 2 years ago, she still wields great influence over the company from her position of chairwoman. Recently, there have been rumors about her possessing strange and powerful magical abilities, earning her the nickname the Witch of Heihaku. Okay, that's a little sus. Hello? We did not know that prior. Prior to the war, Natsue enjoyed working her dream job at a textile factory. She was forced to face the bitter reality of the world, however, when the factory was destroyed by a fire during the war, and she was ordered to rework the fabrics she had painstakingly crafted into something more suitable for blue-collar work. Witnessing the rise in popularity of Western-style clothing in the post-war period, Natsue left the textile industry. However, a nod to her past can be seen in her company's name, with Heihaku being another name for kasuri, a type of fabric featuring patterns and images woven with dyed fabrics. Having long been dissatisfied with the soap supplied at the textile factory, Natsuo saw a business opportunity and set up her own small soap factory. Taking inspiration from imported soap brands, she developed new products which quickly gained a good reputation. Ever the shrewd businesswoman, Natsuo ran an aggressive promotional campaign on TV featuring a popular Japanese singer. It's possible that she is a curse bearer as well. You mentioned that Takumi works as her secretary? That's correct. Do you think it's possible he's acting on her orders? That's exactly my thinking. A curse bearer with both money and power could certainly look at resurrection as their next prize. Negotiating with a person of that stature may prove difficult. Yeah, it would be. I'm going to go in. I may be a while, so feel to find somewhere to kill time. Okay, good luck in there. Alright, let's see what Mr. Richter has found out. Sorry to keep you waiting. How did it go? I'll fast forward to the conclusion. I met with Takumi. There's no doubt, he's the same man I saw last night. But it doesn't seem like he's a curse bearer. But that doesn't mean he has no connections to the recent curses. He knew about the 7 mysteries. He even guessed we have a curse stone of our own. Excuse me? Yeah, wasn't he looking for other curse bearers too? And he was trying to collect them somehow, which is interesting. I wonder what he's trying to cook. I tried to approach Takumi about a fallen item after I ran into him last night, however... What kind of voice did I give this guy? Hello? I forgot. Let's see. Let's hope it's still consistent with the first episode. You said your name was Richter, correct? I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. I'm hoping you would hand over the curse stone in your possession. Curse stone? What are you on about? There's no need to play dumb with me. In fact, there's no time for it. I had all the same reason you did to think you were a curse bearer last night. And your arrival here only confirms it. You are a curse bearer, no? Don't let him cook? Okay, maybe you should not let this man cook. I look at Richter, he's just like... I love his expression here. You're right. We lack time. I'll confess, I am a curse bearer. I possess the curse stone of the haunting clappers. I'm glad to hear the truth. Finally, this conversation is worthwhile. It is a dangerous item you hold. Give it to me. My company will take the responsibility to dispose of it. I didn't know the soap business specialized in scrubbing curses clean. It is the prerogative of Miss Yamamori. Is that so? Assuming you've obtained the curse, you understand the power it involves, no? Miss Yamamori possesses supernatural powers, akin to those of a god. Wait, what? Hello? Okay, we're only getting this now, hello? She also has a deep love for this land, having transformed it from the pile of dirt it once was to the home of our headquarters. She cannot stomach the fact that it's now the site of these curses run rampant. So, you're telling me the Queen of Hihaku is a real-life witch? She wouldn't appreciate being called that, mind you. There's a sorcerer by the name of Suigen Gamyodo, who's gallantly working behind the scenes, exorcising spirits and the like. Go on. That being so, there have already been instances of the dead coming back to life. Do you understand the urgency of this matter? These are curses we're speaking of, tools which are used by wicked beings to possess people. The rite of resurrection is nothing but a fabrication, meant to seduce the curse bearers into unspeakable action. If you truly understand what I'm talking about, you must hand over that curse stone at once. Very interesting. With that said, just how many curse stones have you acquired so far? If what you tell me is true, surely the company would have launched a large-scale search by now. Damn, his poker face is hard to read, guys. We have 6. Ain't no way, bro. That's cap. You capping, my guy. My guy is cap. What? No way. Tutsumi alone has 3. Hold up. Let's count right now. So Tutsumi has 3. Alright. We have 1. Yako has 1. That's already 5, and there's only 9. Hello? Sir, you should be only having 4 at most, if that were the case. 6? Whoa. I can rest at ease then. And here I thought I was at risk of being cursed. It seems we're on the same page. If that is the curse, you should hand over your curse stone immediately. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not actually in my possession at the moment. Considering its importance, I've been keeping it in hiding. Really now. Then I'll accompany you while you then I'll accompany you while you retrieve it. I'm sorry, but I've got something important to attend to. But I promise I'll return with it later. Yumioka's like, alright, whatever. Very well. Then you won't refuse to provide your address and telephone number, I presume. How prudent of you. I'll oblige. Yeah, the math is not mathing here. He's lying to us. And that's how it went. So they aren't after the right after all? I wouldn't be so quick to trust him. Oh? I believe we're dealing with a master in deception. He may well have made up a story to convince us to part ways with our stone. I think he was lying about having procured 6 curse stones as well. Like, really? 6? That's excessive. Now I feel gullible. The company is plotting something. I wonder what they mean to do with the curse stones. He seemed rather desperate to get a hold of ours, despite us not having collected any soul dregs. Perhaps the people at Heihaku are the masterminds behind the curses being unleashed. Because the chairwoman's a witch? I wonder about that too. If she really were that powerful, would her secretary have divulged that information so casually? Takumi was either making it up as he went, or he's trying to spread a rumor. For what purpose would he do that? Recently, people have been caught up about the cult more than ever before. If word spreads that Heihaku's chairwoman has godlike powers, she could very well benefit socially and politically from that mystique. That's unsettling. It really is. Yeah, that dude is deceiving no one. I'm glad like Shogo just decided to kill him right there and then when he had the chance. He was like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill this guy. That was hilarious. Anyway, what do we do now? How interesting that the Queen of Heihaku, or the witch, whatever she is trying to get her hands on the rite of resurrection. It's like some kind of dark fairy tale. Regardless of what is or isn't true, you must stay one step ahead. That is true. Excuse me, I had to drink water after all that talking. Anyway. Yeah, I've always wondered what this company was trying to plot. Like, what are they trying to do? We should avoid Hihaku for the time being. It'll be a pain if I have to deal with Takumi again. That is true. Don't want to talk to that guy again. By the way, there's one more thing of interest I heard while in the company's reception lobby. And what's that? People were discussing whether one of the bodies found this morning was that of a Hihaku employee. Really? So long as the officials haven't revealed the identity, it all amounts to no more than speculation though. Despite that, I've reason to believe that Heihaku Soaps is deeply involved with the Seven Mysteries. At the very least, I can assure you I've gathered that much. The more we know, the better our negotiations will go. Interesting. I do think that somebody, either Takumi or someone at Hihaku, has a curse stone. Possibly. And since they were there from the beginning, right? It's possible that they have something to do with starting all of this, maybe then. It might be too early to tell, maybe. Alright, I guess we're done here? Back in the Edo period, the canal known as South Warigasoi ran through this area, but it's been turned into a major road. It's a bit away from Kinshicho Station or Ryogoku Station, though it's still considered a nice area. The stories of the ever-burning lantern and the foot-washing mansion both took place around here. One of the bodies discovered this morning was found by this road as well. This is quite a lively area, huh? I suppose you could call it somewhat of a city center. I see. Okay, now I guess we're done with this area then. Is there anything else I can look at? Nope. Okay, I guess we were moving on to the school. This is Komagata High School. I guess there haven't been any developments. Alright, let's look at the surroundings. The news has attracted a bunch of curious onlookers, huh? That works in our favor. The more people around, the better we can blend in. That is true. It seems the officers are still inspecting the scene. Entry has been strictly prohibited. Okay. Is there anything else I can look at? Not really. Alright, I guess we can start thinking. 2 people have died. A teacher named Kohei Jinochi and a student, Michio Shiraishi. Is there anything else to be gained here? I don't know. He appears to be wary of those police officers. Maybe the police really do have something against private investigators, just like in those detective novels. Maybe. This place is said to be connected with the story of the Fool's Possession. I wouldn't be surprised if a cursed bear decided to turn up. Wait a minute! Hold up. I just realized something, guys. Okay. Fool's Possession, right? How do you die from it? You die from a fatal fall. And how did Jinochi die? He died from a fall. But the person who has it right now is Yako. And I don't... She wouldn't have been able to kill Jinochi because she left the scene before he died. How is that possible? I just realized... Is there like a different curse that does the same thing maybe? I wouldn't be surprised if a cursed bear decided to turn up. However, I need to find out if that teacher was a cursed bear or not. I expect the police to be baffled since they don't know about the curses. I can ask around and see what the students have to say. Sure, let's inquire. Maybe we might see Yako and the gang. Alright, I'll go ask the students about Michio. Alright, here we go. I'm back, ma'am. So, what did you learn? That school kids sure love a good rumor. I'm practically drowning in stories about Mr. Jinochi and Michio, most of which seem dubious at best. Not surprising. Most of what I heard was hardly worth a second thought. But there was one story that caught my attention. Oh? Oh, excuse me. How can he walk in that costume without people staring at? Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I guess... I don't know. Maybe people do stare at him and they're like, who is this guy? Some believe that Michio is the one who killed Mr. Jinochi. Really? The story's got two pieces of evidence to back it up. One of them wasn't news to me. Apparently he's been mumbling that Michio was going to kill him for some days now. A fellow teacher overheard his mumbling and told the students. And then it spread like wildfire, I suppose. Rumors that juicy don't stay a secret for long. As for the other piece of evidence, a pigtailed girl in her high school uniform was seen around school late last night. Go on. Although numerous people claim to have seen the girl, not one of them saw her face. Some are proposing it was Michio brought back to life, or that it was her vengeful spirit. But it's not like Michio's the only high school girl to wear pigtails. This rumor might have been made up just to fan the flames. But if it were true, I'd want to get a hold of her in order to hear her side of the kidnapping. If she's live, that'd be ideal. There's still one more thing I should mention. I discovered where Michio lived. A student had a list of student addresses on hand. That's an amazing find. I believe all of the students actually have a copy of said list. It truly worries me how easy it is to obtain what should be confidential information. Yeah, isn't that a bit weird? Hello? Why would every student know where every other student lives? I feel like that is not really a thing that should be happening at this school. Imagine what would happen if that information got into the wrong hands. Well, so far it hasn't, no? Sure, let's hope it stays that way. In the meantime, it's not possible for us to visit Michio Shiraishi's house. Him? Every time he does the kissy face, his pouting face. Honestly, I kind of like Richter. I think he's the most proactive in figuring this things out so far. Bro, that is a massive safety risk. I know, right? Like, literally, that is not good. Like, how many students go to the school and then that's like how many copies of people's addresses are there? So, like, hello? Oh my god. Anyway. I guess we can move now to her house. I wonder if we'll meet the other detectives then. Because didn't they want to visit the house too? If I remember correctly. How did it go? I went to visit Michio Shiraishi's family home, however. No one seemed to be there. I got no answer at the door, and all the lights were out. It seems to have been empty for a while now. There was a stack of newspapers out front. That's interesting. Wonder if there's anything here. It's a bit quieter over here. It is a residential area after all. All these rundown row houses really scream working class, don't they? Yes, it does. It reminds me of a neighborhood here, actually. Anyway. I've never liked these messy and cluttered back streets. They give me the jitters every time. It's reassuring to have someone as strong and tall as Richter accompanying me. He looks so unfazed. I suppose the detective is used to this kind of thing, always investigating and chasing criminals. I wouldn't be cut out for it. I wonder how tall he is, actually. How tall is Richter? Now that you mention it. Anyway, let's think. I don't understand why no one's come to this house, even after Michio committed suicide. I wonder if this place is okay. Social connections run deep in working class areas like this place, so I decided to talk to the locals. I met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me the scoop. Turns out the Shiraishi's reputation really went down the dumps this past year. Is that so? I'll give you the quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better part of town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving behind just the two of them. Michio's mom, Toshiko, now a single mother, relocated here. At first they got along with their neighbors, many of which were in a similar situation, helping and being helped in turn. So far so good. What happened? Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill about a year ago. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband had moved into the household. His name was apparently Kankichiro Iwai. Neighborhood gossip is something else. Somehow everyone knew his name. So what of this Iwai character? He was apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. He was prone to violent outbursts. The neighbors often heard screams and shouting coming from the home. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's screams pleading with him and to not hit Michio. That's terrible. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night the neighbors also began to hear an eerie chanting. Through this, the Shiraishis standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko was often seen covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept their storm shutters closed even during the day, and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. That sounds horrible. Why didn't the police step in and do something? Unfortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with domestic disputes. That's awful. And then Michi reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned to the home. Many locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but just as many were fed up with the Shiraishis entirely, and seemed relieved that the things finally quieted down again. It seems that they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living here. I don't understand it. Why would Toshiko have gotten involved with such a brutish good-for-nothing in the first place? Got to go. Have fun, lovely people. Alright, goodbye, Choco BB. I hope you had a good time. I've heard many stories where one partner's personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. Huh. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial situation had also taken a turn for the worse. She was determined to send her daughter to a good high school. It's possible she fell victim to sweet promises. Life can be tough, I suppose. You don't seem moved by the story, ma'am. That's fine. People have all kinds of stories. Kankichiro Iwai. I wonder why he's now a person of interest. Let me drink some water after that reading. All right, we're back. We're good to go. All right, let's see here. Who is this man, I wonder? Could he be Nejima? It is possible. 3 years ago, right? I forgot how long. How long has he been out of custody? Was it also 3 years? If that's the case, then it's very likely that he's the same guy. Although the nose is completely different, so maybe not. Maybe not. Man, the list of sus people just keeps growing. I know, right? Oh, hello, Mr. Richter? Hmm? Oh, so you came here too. What is it? Oh ho ho! Ah. Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter? Oh wait, this is Ario. Hold on. This is the collab we never knew we needed. Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter? Oh, it seems he does not like them for some reason. Interesting. I wonder what happened in their past then. All right. Oh, do we get to continue over here? Fancy sushi. With dusk fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Tatsumi and Airyu direct their investigation toward Komagata High School and the Shiraishi residence. Alright. Let's go to the high school first. Let's see what the chefs have been cooking. Let's see what the other detectives are up to. Oh my god, hello? Yako and Mio collab too? That's awesome. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Alright. Let's do a little bit of thinking first. Ideally, Ideally, we could talk to someone who was involved in the incident. Easier said than done, though. Komagata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. Alright. The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. Rubberneckers? What is that supposed to mean? Hello? The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. And don't you forget, Ariel, we're also cops here. I absolutely love this investigation music. Gives me Danganronpa vibes. It does kind of give that kind of vibes when they're trying to figure stuff out. The school gate will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Well, it looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Alright. What about, our two besties? The two besties, what are they up to? Huh? That's... Boss, what is it? You want to talk to those girls? I do! Wait. How does Tatsumi know any of them? Oh, is it because she's from the department or whatever? The spooky department? The paranormal department? Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Thank the Lord. Come on, Ario, follow me. Huh? What? Very interesting. Oh, hello? Huh. Hey, aren't you? You must be that high schooler skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. Say that again? Sorry about that. He's with me. Oh wait, was that... Wait, what? Ariel? What? Mr. Tatsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I'd prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Wait, really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Oh yeah, like one of those places in Ginza? I've never been, let's go. We got ourselves a deal, right boss? The girls are at our service. Bro, Tsumi's like, you do realize I'm kind of broke, Ario. I don't got that kind of money on me right now. Hold on, what just happened? I never said I'd... Sushi? Looking forward to it, boss. Aw, man, after all that hard work, too. You know, boss, I didn't even take a nice nap today. It'd be a nice treat for sure. Wait, since when were you included? Yeah, when the hell was he included here? Hello? You guys are funny. You should do stand-up. Alright, let us see. Damn! Ario, holy shit! How tall are you, bro? Bro, like this is a policeman right here, right? Bro! Bro is 6'2" or something. What the hell? Ain't no way. Ain't no way our guy is 6'2" right now. Oh my god, this changes everything. Forensics is still investigating the area. I didn't really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it would be good to have Mio look around the scene too. Alright. Let's think. Sushi, huh? Well, if that'll solve the case, it's a small price to pay. And I kinda also like sushi. I'll just expense it to paranormal affairs later. Business expenses, right? Am I right? I love this. It's usually easier to let Ario do the talking when it comes to young people, but we only have a day. It'll be quicker if I take the reins this time. Oh damn, Mr. Tatsumi. But he did manage to win them over with the promise of food. Let's see how this plays out. Alright, let's talk to Ario then. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case? Damn, okay, hold up. Judging from their heights, like maybe they're not tall because, you know, they're high school girls, but still. That has to be like a solid 5'10" at least. Anyway. Let's talk to Yako. Actually, let's observe them first. Mio Kurusuzu. She's like a disciple of the Paranormal Affairs Chief. I've heard that she helps out with investigations free of charge under the guise of training. Although she's my old boss's protege, she helped me out plenty while I was in Paranormal Affairs. She may look meek, but she's got strong spirit sense, sharp instincts, and courage. Plus quite the brain to back it all up. That said, I can't help but think there's some kind of darkness following her around. It's interesting that he can sense that. So this is Yako Sakazaki. She was with Mio. Could she be a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? If she did, it would do this old man's heart good. But I better not say that out loud. Don't want to make her look bad. Yeah, I'm glad. Yo, Mio making friends with Yako. Let's go. That's what we love to see. Anyway, let's talk to Yako first, I guess. Huh? You want to talk to me? You'd probably be better off asking Mio. Well, okay then. Are you sure? Okay. I know, right? This is a very wholesome collab of protagonists. So, how much have you been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, and then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted the rite at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 curse stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach. You got 3 already? Wow. You have the curse stone of the Fool's Possession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind Mia. She does? Is she alright? We could take it off your hands. Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out. I really want more stones right now. God damn it. Alright, I'll leave the Fool's Possession with you two then. I wanted all the power. Anyway. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them? Well, last night at school. You were here last night? Yes. You see... Huh. You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool. So that's when you ran into the curse echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The curse echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg. Oh? That has to be... Arm and a leg is the one-sided reed, right? He cut the arm and leg of one side of her body and threw them into the canal. Interesting. That means that basically the only other person at school there was the janitor. Where is he? It has to be him. He has to be the serial killer then. Unless it's possible that... It's possible that Hitomi could be a curse bearer as well. And that she didn't say anything. But it's hard, it's hard. No, but then... the only other person who knows about the one-sided reed is the serial killer, right? This guy. It definitely has to be him then. He has to be the serial killer. What? A woman missing an arm and a leg, that's the one-sided reed. This is bad. Huh? What's so bad about that one? You idiot, think! The curse bearer of the one-sided reed is... Fumichika Nejima. He admitted it himself. That's his curse. Oh, that's right. Wait, but if that's the case... Nejima might have been here last night. What? I mean, it's possible. He was lying to us, but... What? Who's Nejima? I like how they're both freaking out and they're just like, what is going on? No clue. Okay, we still can't talk to Yako. About Fumichika Nejima. So Nejima is trying to take advantage of this Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes. Huh? He said he's going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get to your daughter too? That's why you've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. Just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night? Well, as far as we know, there was us, Mr. Jinochi, and one of our classmates, Hitomi. Don't forget old man Ashimiya. Wait, Hitomi? Oh, wait, Hitomi? Do you mean Hitomi Okuda? Second year student? Well, yes. Why? Boss! So she was here last night. Hmm? Why are we all making the pouty face right now? I saw Hitomi earlier, though, and she didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that? Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become Oh wait, oopsies, that is not... Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this. Ah, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter. A different matter? You mean about that police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Hitomi say something about him? Yes, she did actually. Alright, what did she talk about? Okay, let's go with Hitomi, I guess, first. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes. Apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it. One that Michio had. What kind of talismans could they be? Boss? Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his dying breath, they must have been pretty important. Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found? I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. Right. Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about this talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm no good, huh? I was friends with the Yoshimi though. I mean, just look at me. Am I not friendly enough? Is this gun across my across my waist a little bit too horrifying? You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us. Well then. Do you think she'd talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before? Oh, they have. She told us about that. Yes, she might be willing to talk to her. Alright, then we'd better find her fast. You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying. That is a little worrying, I have to say. Anything else about Hitomi? Mayu Chizawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. Okay. I'd be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Alright, one more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters. What? So it was a Nakagoshi case? Why would Yoshimi tell her that? Could you check on that? I will, but... well, I don't know if they'll pick up when I call. Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? And we're all pouting right now? Well, yes. Nakagoshi's the chief. But he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases. Jeez, what's up with that? Alright, interesting. So, I feel like these talismans have something to do with this entire event then, maybe. And maybe putting a stop to it even. That amulet Hitomi was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery. Alright. Well, about Fumichika Nejima then. Let's go back. If we're talking about people who were at school last night, there was one more person, though I'm not too clear on the details. There was someone else? Apparently, Hitomi actually saw Mr. Jinochi getting cursed and killed last night. What? Talk about some vital information. What she said happened was... Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jinochi? Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw? Well, that's what she told me. I wasn't there. That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Jinochi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not. Damn, boss, do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what you've heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean just anything is possible. It's still possible that Nejima was behind Jinochi's death. But what about Hitomi's story? Excuse me. Yeah, what about that? About this janitor. Ashimiya, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here? Huh? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I only just transferred to this school though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him. I see. Thanks. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of all this. Huh? Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see. What are you? No way. Ario, have the officers apprehended the janitor? He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. Yes, right away. Alright, did we get him? Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya? The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it. Ario, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away. Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ right away. Dude, did we finally catch this guy? Let's go. Alright. Oh my. I didn't expect this at all. Yeah. How could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that. I think he was so close to us this whole time. Ugh, it gives me chills. A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school. Let's hope it isn't already too late. Oh. I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night. What? I don't like this one bit. Nejima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but I'm glad nothing happened to you. Wait, but then could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building too. What? You did? Yikes, good thing I didn't say anything. You might have gotten very lucky there, kid. Oh my god, yeah. Because in that timeline where we did tell him, when we went to look for Mio, she was chopped up. That's wild. Oh, we gotta catch this guy. This creepy ass janitor, we gotta stop him. Anything else? This is too much. I hope they find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law. Help us. Alright. Yeah, that explains so much now. So he is the one. I always, like, had a slight feeling that he was the serial killer, right? I mean, it all could be coincidence, but looking at the pictures... Wait, not that picture. He has the same nose structure and everything. It's just that his eyes are more tired and he's a lot thinner. But still. It has to be him. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows, it would help if I knew more about how the curses of these 7 mysteries first came about. In that case, you're probably best off talking to that crabby researcher guy. You mean Mr. Araishi? I would very much like to talk to him. Yeah, right. He's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking. Do you know where he is? I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers. The cafe? Oh. Kurokikyo Cafe in Kamizawa? Thanks. We'll head over there now. School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes though. Don't worry about it. I'll allow it. And that's also kind of a stupid school rule. But anyway. Thank you. Huh. That's all it takes. Yeah, I know, right? Don't worry. I'm not even part of this school administration, but I'll allow it. Don't you worry, ladies. There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. I want to find out why. Let's go, Mio! Dude, Mio is like the key to everything right now. Can we talk to you, Yako? What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge? Did you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first. Ah, I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ario. Alright. Keep in mind that this is just a theory though. A game theory. Okay, that's kind of weird. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he had his doubts about it being a suicide. A van? Speeding? Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay? What is happening? Ah! Huh? What happened there? A van. There's a young man in the driver's... Wait, what? I didn't get the... Huh? Yes? Wait, was I? Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite the surprise, though. Wait. What did she say? A van, there's a young man in the driver's seat. In the passenger seat, a woman? How does she have that vision of what happened to Michio? Huh? Is she possessed by Michio? By any chance? Because that would explain how Jinochi died, right? Because Jinochi died from her curse stone. Huh. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, and the no cafes allowed was a weird rule. Hello? The 70s were a weird time, I guess. Okay, hold up. Miss Yako, I think we're just about to discover something very important. Can you just throw back there a little bit? Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Jinochi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that, I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but basically it was horrible. I see. Well, I half expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that. Yeah, I wonder that too. We still don't know. Michio, what happened? Huh. Well, what do you get? What else can I do here exactly? Can I think maybe? Scene of the crime. What's that rope all about? It indicates where Jinochi's body was found. They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are all Cool it, Ario. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because she were staring at it so intently. That is true. Alright, that's enough. Mio, what do you think? I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right. Traces of a curse still linger here. I figured as much. Does that mean Jinochi was killed by one of the curses of the Seven Mysteries? Yes. A strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Wow, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with the experience, I guess. No? I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? Stop it, Mr. Tatsumi. She's going to get the wrong idea. Whoa, that's amazing. Mio, you're a professional. You think? Totally. You're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome. When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. It's like kind of cute that Mio's kind of scared that that kind of stuff might scare Yakuo away or something. Interesting. Hey boss, Forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Sure, thanks. Alright. Boss, they found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? Ribbon? Yeah, the kind you use to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. That's a ribbon that Michio always used to wear. What? Nani? Wait, hold on, what? Mio's trying her best to keep this one friend? That's adorable, I know, right? Also, wait, what? No way. What does this all mean? Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? Are you sure? Definitely, I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers. Then, did she come back to life somehow? But how? Okay, my biggest theory right now is Yako is possessed by Michio. That has to be, right? If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go? That's the question. She got her revenge in Jonochi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision? If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. You believe the theory? Yeah, I know, right? Because if she's not aware of it, assuming she's not, it has to be. It has to be her who killed Jinochi too, technically speaking. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you. Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nenjima and Mayu Chizawa. It might be worth it to check out Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. Got it. Thank you and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Araishi about a way to lift this curse. Alright, boss. Let's get going whenever you're ready. Let's go, gang! Looks like the gang is trying to solve the team. I mean, the mystery. Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say there. Anyway, it's look like we have a gang now. The gang who will probably try to solve this case, gang. I guess we can move on now. All right. Perfect. Oh, that's why you couldn't continue on. We had to go through theirs first. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I am kind of curious about, you know, what Mr. Richter and Mr. Ario were gonna be up to. Oh, I'm so curious right now. Okay, so at least now we know. The good news is Tetsuo and Yako are teaming up. And they're gonna, with their efforts, hopefully, we can figure out what's going on. I don't like that they have to talk to this teacher though, because he's a little bit creepy, but luckily Mio's there. So they won't be too overpowered, you know? Really feels like things are popping off now, yeah. We definitely learning a lot now. Like, things are definitely unfolding in this game. There's still one thing I'm curious about though. Like, what was her role in all of this? Okay, let's do a little bit of recap, because I think we'll be ending it here. Might be a little bit too late if we start another one. So, well, it depends. Maybe one of these turns into a dead end. I don't know. But let's do a little bit of a recap. So, right now, as far as we know, right, we know that old man Ashimiya, this guy, is the crazy serial killer, and we have to find him ASAP. Because he definitely has bad motives for sure. Another one, something we don't know about is Ayame Tono. But I have a very big feeling that she is the daughter of Tatsumi. Like, I have a very big hunch she's the daughter. But what is we still don't know what she's up to, unfortunately. Like, we don't know anything about these guys either. Like, what is this guy trying to cook right now? I think, judging by the way that he's trying to collect curse stones, he probably has one. Seeing as he's not dead yet. So he likely has one then. And then what else do we not know about? We don't know anything about her. Because Shogo, right? Shogo told her to leave ASAP. But we don't really know if she really did. And we haven't seen her at all during the entire time. So it's possible she did just leave, but I feel like there's more to this than just... There's more to her than just, you know, just suddenly leaving, just being like a false pro tag thing for the prologue. I think we're definitely gonna be coming back to her. And they did say that, right? Michio died from a van, right? And that there was a man and a woman. It's very likely that she was on the van that killed Michio, right? Because who else could it be? Unless we're missing a few people of interest still. Also, I wonder how Richter and Harue are gonna be like a part of this game. Like, how are they, aside from, you know, figuring out what was it, the death of this little kid. I think the death of this little kid has something to do with Michio somehow. Oh my goodness. And I think that's how we're gonna figure out how Michio died. Through their route, maybe. Oh man, everything is... It's starting to cook, guys. I can already smell it. I can already taste it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being weird. Yeah, Haruo and Richter are pretty distant from the rest of the case at the moment. Yeah. What I'm thinking is, I think... Yeah, basically... Her son's disappearance and kidnapping is related to Michio somehow. That's what I think. It could be possible that who was it? That other guy? This guy? Could he be the kidnapper, maybe? Because if it was, it would make... Oh my god, it would make so much sense if it was him who's the kidnapper, right? And it's very possible that Michio found out about the kidnapping and about his past. Huh. Oh man. If I'm right about this. Okay, I think we'll definitely find out more next stream, but thank you guys so much for watching. This is definitely starting to gear up, and I think next stream is about to be very exciting, I think. Because this stream we were investigating, right? Like from all of these scenes, and now we're figuring things out. Oh man. Alright. And we're almost at the end, actually, of wherever this leads us, so let's hope that things work out for everybody. Thank you for the stream, Asphodel. This was fun. Yeah, thank you guys for dropping by again, especially you, Phantom. Thank you so much for coming by to these streams. And also you, shall see. Hope you get 100k subs soon. Thank you. I mean, I really do hope so. Maybe one day. That would be great. That would be awesome. But yeah, thank you also so much, Chelsea. Wait, oh no! No! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I think... Don't tell me. I think the bot timed you out or something. Let me check. I have to apologize. This is an issue that I need to fix. Like really badly. Hold on. Let me check real quick. I have to apologize. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh my god. Dude, the stream elements. Looks like I'm gonna have to talk to human resources for this one. Dude, stream elements has been going rogue lately. I need to fix him. What is he up to? Why is he doing that? I think I might have like some sort of spam filter. No, but I disabled that though. I don't know. I might have to stop using stream elements as a mod for now. Even though yeah, I think I might just have to stop using him. I'm sorry, stream elements. But anyway, thank you guys so much again. Thank you, Chelsea, for the kind comment. You can still see your comment up here on the stream up there. Don't worry, it's in the history books. But thank you so much. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll get 100k subs. Stream elements fired live on stream. I mean, dude, that was 2 strikes. I mean, usually it's 3 strikes and you're out, but I think 2 mistakes is enough, you know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for dropping by, and I think I'll be streaming again next week. Lately I'm trying to move like move also, and also move my streaming setup to a new place, to my laptop. So basically, if that works out, I might be able to stream sometime in the weekday, like maybe a Wednesday or something random. But if not, it'll probably be on a Friday or a Saturday again. So just let me know. I will update everybody on Twitter, I guess. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description, and yeah, I'll update everyone with when the next one will be. I promise it'll be next week at the very least. That's for sure. Anyway, thank you guys so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. That was not the ending screen. Anyway, goodbye. Maybe I should make that my ending screen.